I'm Aaron Baker from PhoneDog.com, and for the past 30 days I've been carrying the HTC One smartphone. It's a new smartphone from HTC with a beautiful build quality and fantastic internals on the inside, and it's coming very soon to AT&T, Sprint, and T-Mobile. In this 30-day final video, I'm going to let you know whether I'm going to carry this device long-term as my personal device or not. You're going to want to stick around. The 30-day challenge is over with the HTC One, and you're probably wondering, am I going to keep using this device after the 30-day challenge? Is it going to become my daily driver? Let's step back for a minute, talk about the pros and cons, and I'll tell you a little bit more in case you haven't gathered this from my other videos as to how I use my phone on a regular basis. First, the pros of the HTC One. This is by far the best HTC device that they've ever created. Fantastic. The availability on multiple carriers is sure to be a great selling point. It's got things like HTC Zoe, HTC BlinkFeed, things that make it a great value add for either first-time smartphone buyers or geeks alike. There's a lot to like here with a quad-core processor, a nice 4 ultra-pixel camera, again with HTC Zoe capabilities, Android 4.1, and HTC Sense version 5 gets rid of some of the bloat and brings this device up into the mainstream. But the question is, what are the cons? Well, we've talked about them to an extent. One, it's got a 2,300 milliamp hour non-removable battery, and when you factor in 4G LTE into the occasion, actually that's the right word, occasion, things like Sprint and things like that, AT&T, T-Mobile, get LTE, battery life's going to be a little bit of an issue with a 2,300 milliamp hour battery. You can carry around a charger or a battery pack even at that, and HTC sells one in select markets, but still might be an issue if you're coming from a Droid Razr Max or a Note 2. That's really the only con. The build quality here is beautiful. Love the metal. It's available in silver and black, though the black one is notoriously hard to find. Really a great looking device all around. Love the fact that the speakers are on the front. I talked about taking it to the gym and using this as a workout phone, and both earphone input, or output I should say, and then output with the actual speakers is fantastic. Sprint TV in this case pre-installed, Sprint worldwide, so it's got the carrier installed applications, and I expect it to be the same on AT&T and on T-Mobile. And I should add that we're in BlinkFeed now as well, so if you like your Phone Dog news and you're going to buy an HTC One, you're going to see Phone Dog's articles all around in BlinkFeed, provided you have mobile and technology and science highlights enabled in your BlinkFeed. So my face, your HTC One phone, good times is all I have to say. The question is, will I carry it as my device? Well, let me tell you a little bit about what I use my device for in my personal life. I carry the Note 2 when I'm not doing a 30-day challenge, and have carried it for about 6 months now. What I carry it for, realistically speaking, a couple of reasons. One, I sign contracts all the time as part of my job. That's something that I do as part of being an editor-in-chief, and it's nice to be able to do it and have the S Pen remove it, sign it, and get it back to that particular company or person without having to print, fax, scan, whatever the case may be. I can just do it on my phone. Also love the display for emails. I get anywhere from 300 to 400 emails during the week, and quite a few even on the weekends as well, and when traveling, and it's nice to have the screen to easily look down, see which ones need to be read and responded to quickly. Also a big factor for me, the battery life. Regardless of whether the phone's too big or not, the battery life at 3,100 milliamp hours is huge and great all around, and that's something I really enjoy about the Note 2. I can easily make it, even with my hard use, through a day and a half to 2 days before the device requires a recharge. So for me, I use it like that. And had this device had LTE, unfortunately I don't have the AT&T LTE version, which is what I use in my personal life, I would most likely carry it. This is an awesome device. It's the best HTC has to offer, and they have offered in some time. It is a fantastic phone all around. I join all of the other reviewers in saying this is one of the top smartphones on the market. It's going to go head-to-head against the Galaxy S4, and in a lot of ways it really competes with the Galaxy S4. That said, it is not going to be my driver, and really the only reason for me, I don't mind the smaller display, even with the battery life, it's manageable. I'll carry around a spare battery pack. Really the big thing for me, slightly of the battery, but then really the big thing, LTE connectivity. I live in Dallas. LTE is fantastic here on AT&T. I regularly get speeds between 30 and 50 megabits per second. Had I had the AT&T LTE version, I would have most likely carried it as my daily driver. The Sprint version is the one I'm working with right now in regards to a review unit, and the unlocked one I have does not support AT&T 4G LTE. And at least for me in Dallas, HSPA Plus speeds are just slow. They're just too slow in comparison to LTE, and it's something I use on a regular basis because I'm constantly sending pictures back and forth, and I don't care to use Wi-Fi for my personal use. Otherwise, love this camera. Take a look at all the updates that we posted throughout the month and see what I mean when I say it's a fantastic camera. The HTC Zoe capabilities are fantastic all around, as you can see in my picture taking. And then I've got my Zoe capabilities as well, so I can easily snap a Zoe if I want to, use my video camcorder, and change the pictures around. They made huge improvements all around. This is a fantastic smartphone. And again, if I had the LTE version, I would most likely carry it. Love the way it feels in the hand. Love the rounded edges. This thing is fast, and it definitely deserves its first place spot on PhoneDog's official smartphone rankings. I love the HTC One. I would recommend it to anybody seeking a great smartphone all around. Just for me, for my personal use cases, at least until the LTE version arrives in my office. I'm going to have to hold off on carrying it as my personal device. So I'll keep you updated. If the LTE version does arrive, I'll most likely carry it as my personal device. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for continuing coverage of this fantastic smartphone all around. The HTC One has a lot to like, and I'm really excited to continue testing with this awesome HTC handset. I'm at PhoneDog_Aaron on Twitter, Facebook, Facebook.com/HiAaronBaker. Let me know what you think of the challenge series. If you plan on getting a one, if you plan on watching us on BlinkFeed, let me know at PhoneDog_Aaron. Thanks so much for watching. Great job all around to HTC for making an awesome device that I know a lot of people, myself included, are going to love. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for continuing coverage, and as always, I'll see you next time.